If you have been looking for a trading system that has stood the test of time, it is consistent and is going to allow you to stay profitable in the Forex market, then this is the teaching for you. In today's teaching, I'm going to be breaking down GBP JPY using what? Our organized price action trading system. For those of you that have been following us for years, you know that we use what is called the top-down methodology, where we break the markets down from the monthly time frame down to the 1 hour time frame, for an organized trade entry opportunity. In today's teaching, however, I'm going to be taking it from the daily time frame because in multiple videos on my platform, I've taken the market from the monthly time frame. So today we'll take it from the daily time frame, okay, because the information on the monthly and the weekly usually remains the same for several months, okay? So we are going to be going ahead, breaking prices down, bracketing prices into range of focus using this very, very excellent trade entry methodology that I'm about to show you guys, okay? So let's get on to the teaching. Okay, so within this window that we can see somewhere here tagged as the monthly support point, and we can see somewhere tagged as the monthly resistance point, okay? So bringing prices from the monthly time frame, we now know that this window here, okay, is what is our range of focus, because bringing prices from the monthly time frame and bracketing prices into several range of focus, we are now left with this window on the daily time frame, okay? And on the daily time frame, our job is to interpret this window and see how we can tap into, a real-time trade entry opportunity by bracketing prices up until we get to 1 hour time frame, which is our entry time frame, okay? So now let's go ahead and keep breaking prices down, right? But before we go, let me just mention something. It's important to note, right, that GBP JPY in its entirety is bullish, okay? Coming from the monthly time frame, we understand that GBP/JPY is bullish. So this means that what? On GBP/JPY, if I am buying, it means I'm buying with the flow of the ocean. While if I'm selling, it means I'm selling against the flow of the ocean, which means I'm selling a retracement. Okay. So you can be able to check my other videos to see how I pick prices up from the monthly time frame. However, we'll pick it from the daily time frame together today, just for you to know how spontaneous we can be with these time frames. I can actually trade using only 3 time frames. So far, I understand what is going on the monthly, what is going on the weekly. I can trade using only 3 time frames and 100% stay profitable. Okay, so what is going on right here? From here, okay, which is the starting point from this monthly support point, we saw prices start, all of these bullish structures. Yes, we saw price start on small structures, then price started making expanding structures, all still clear structures of higher highs and higher lows, like we can see, indicating clear bullish structures. And within this same structure circle, prices now made push. Yes, there's an higher low right here, but it's of a small structure circle. If you don't know about structure circles, I have a full course in written and video formats about structure circles and fractals that are going to allow you to master trading and become the best at it. Link is in the description below for you to have access to that course. Okay, and beyond that course, I'm also going to teach you using our 2-month live mentorship program, how to be able to practically apply the knowledge of fractals, apply the knowledge of structures for high probability trade entry opportunities in the Forex market. Okay, so from here, we saw prices push to this monthly resistance point, making a bigger structure. Okay, however, if you want to identify the small structure, you can say, okay, there was a small structure here that pushed prices here, then prices broke this small structure, but this small structure is not, our bone of contention right now, because a break of a small structure does not affect a big structure. Okay, so when prices broke this small structure, no big deal until it eventually came and broke this big structure. Okay, like I said, if you want to understand all these rules of structure circles, link is in the description below to join my hundreds of students making money with the proper understanding of every single aspect of structure circles, and fractals. Okay, so now prices now came and took the last higher low out here. Okay, when took the last higher low out, what did prices do? Prices came to this point right here. Okay, prices came to this point here to create this low point right here. It's still an higher low to this overall movement here. Okay, so when prices came to this point, prices completed this sell movement, knowing fully well that was on GBP/JPY, right? If we are selling against the flow of the ocean. Okay, so all these sales are only but retracements that ended at this level. Okay, so what did prices now do? The entire sell structures that brought prices down, what did prices do? Prices broke the entire sell structures that brought it down. You can see the break of structure right here. The entire sell structures that brought it down, prices broke the structures came back for a discount here at 78.6, and right now price is heading to the entire top. This is 100% what is going on with prices right now. Okay, so let's take it again just for clarity purposes. And since we are talking about clarity purposes, let me identify this level here where the BOS happened at this particular point. We can also tag it as BOS, okay, just to show us every single thing that happened, right? So from here, all of these ones, we saw price start all the small structures, the price started making big structures, right? Okay, all of these big structures, then it made the biggest structure, right? It is the last higher low of this big structure, knowing fully well that what a break of a big structure affects all the small structures behind it. So this structure here is a very big one. It affects all of the small structures behind it. So within the same structure circle, right, all of these moves are pushed. So I explained that yes, there's a small structure here, but this structure here is smaller than this one here. Okay, it's important to note, right, that structures are measured by the length of the exhaustion, not by the length of the push. Okay, so structures, fractals are measured by the length of the exhaustion. I have a full course that's going to allow you to understand this, right? So prices made the push to this point here, and there was a break of structure. The last higher low was taken off. Okay, where prices completed this sell, which are retracement at this level right here. Okay, so when price completed this sell, what the prices do? The entire bearish structure that brought prices down, what the prices do? The entire bearish structure that brought it down, there was a break of structure of the entire bearish structure, allowing us to know that we are heading to this level in the direction of trend. However, as professionals, we know that what after a break of structure, we expect a discount. The discount sometimes prices stretches to the 61.8, or in this case, prices stretch to the 78.6 for the discount before takeoff. So prices stretch to as much as the 78.6, completed that discount, and right now it is on its way to the take profit level here at this monthly resistance. This is where we are going to. This is our take profit level of prices. So what are we just going to do? All of these bullish moves, right? We are just going to see how we can be able to tap into a buy in the direction of the ocean, or tap into a sell for a retracement until prices get here, which is our take profit. So our job is very simple. Okay, before I go ahead, this 17.6 here, let's bring the feedback from the low to the high just to see that truly, yes, you can see prices rejected at the 17.6. Okay, so from 17.6, all of this, all of these prices started to push to the top. Okay, all of the discount structures, 17.6 acted as a potential reversal area. So you can see PRA here, it means potential reversal area. So 17.6 acted as a potential reversal area. It broke the bearish structures that brought prices down for the discount. And right now, it has even traded above the entire discount structures. And right now, it's just on its way directly to take profit. So what are we now going to do? We are just going to take this movement from here to here. Okay, and here we can buy in direction of trend and sell a retracement up until we hit take profit. Okay, so that entire movement, what are we going to do? We are going to zoom in on that entire movement, and let's see, how can we buy in direction of trend, sell a retracement. However, we saw that what price has been making clear bullish structures. Here, the push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion. Prices went and made push at this level, exhaustion. All of this move, push, exhaustion, and push. Okay, so price has been making clear structures of higher highs and higher lows, and this is how it will continue making those structures up until it gets to this point. Okay, so that is what prices is going to do in its entirety. Just keep making bullish structures. That is what it is going to do until it gets to take profit. Okay, so again, let's go ahead again. From here, push in the direction of trend, retracement. Push in the direction of trend, retracement. Direction of trend, retracement. Direction of trend, retracement. Direction of trend, retracement. Direction of trend. We're going to get a retracement. Then we'll look for a trade entry opportunity back in the direction of trend. Okay, so this is our price we keep, making all of this movement until what? Until it eventually goes ahead and, it take profit at a particular point, which we have defined to be this level here. Okay, so now that that has been defined, what are we now going to do? We know that what price is making clear bullish structures, right? So we are now going to take the last higher low point of prices right here. This is the last higher low point, and we're now going to take this high right here, which will now be our current most significant high. Yes, we know that price is going to push to the top, but price is not going to push up like this. Price is going to give, sell opportunities, buy opportunities. It could come again, give sell opportunities, buy opportunities. So it's going to keep making that movement to the top. So that means that what we have so many opportunities to sell and to buy and to just make money playing around. So price is basically not just going to move from here to here. It's not just going to move that way. It's going to play around and give us so many buy and sell opportunities. So what are we now doing? We have been able to see that yes, prices in its entirety is bullish, very beautiful bullish movement. So we now took the last higher low point right here, which we can go ahead and tag. It is the daily time frame here. Target as what? As the daily HL, that's daily higher low points. We can now tag the top here as daily resistance points. Daily resistance points. Okay, like I said, this is our current most significant high, and we will now be looking forward to trading within this short window here. Okay, why are we trading within this short window? So that any sell, as we know, any sell will just be a retracement, and it will end within this last higher low. It will end somewhere around there at the 61.8. Any buy, this is our safest exit. Even though yes, the buy can push a little bit higher, but it's about our safest exit, right? So we will now take that window. Let's take that window to what? To the 4 hours time frame. What is going on within this window on the 4 hours time frame? This is the daily resistance points. This is the daily higher low points. And this is our current window that we are dealing with. It's called the range of focus. Okay. So we'll now take this window, which is our range of focus, to the 1 hour time frame. Why the 1 hour time frame? This is because the 1 hour time frame is our entry time frame. Okay. So we have been able to master all these time frames. We know the right time frames for analysis, and we know the right time frames for entry. More on this in our full course in the description below. We are going to hold you by the hand to the understanding and mastery of every single aspect of price action trading. Okay, so now within this window, now we identified here the daily higher low, we identified here the daily resistance point, and our job is now to take this window as what? As our new range of focus. Okay, so what is going on within this range of focus? From here, we saw prices make push and exhaustion. Okay, then we now saw prices start a new structure here. You can see the very small structure of push exhaustion. Price now went and made a bigger one right here, push exhaustion. Then all of this here a bit of a smaller structure, but within this particular structure, right, this is the last higher low point. Okay, so all of these are a bit of a smaller structure. This is push exhaustion. There are some tinier structures here. Prices now took the last higher low off. Prices took the last higher low off. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting some more bearish injection to take this last higher low off also. So prices breaks into a bigger structure circle here. So here I'll be expecting, a BOS, a break of structure at this point. I will be expecting more bearish injection to send prices into this, level right here. So it's going to be a situation of what? Okay, what's our, what is going to be that structure circle? Okay, I'm going to identify this low right here. I'll identify this low right here as what? As CSC. CSC means our current structure circle, so that we don't trade above or below those levels. CSC. Okay. Yeah, CSC. This is going to be our low point. Then high point CSC. This means that what? For the new week, right? I have no business above the CSC. I have no business below the CSC. So what am I expecting of prices? From here, I expect this is what? Push, price had a new structure here. Then price made a bigger structure here, push exhaustion. This is the last higher low point of this particular structure. Then price now made a smaller structure circle here. But what am I expecting? I'm expecting more bearish injection to pull down into this particular structure. Give that break of structure, then what? I'm now going to look for a break of structure, wait for a discount, then buy very, very beautifully in the direction of trend. So what am I going to do? I'll bring up my fib from this CSC here. Okay, from this level here to this level here. Where are my reversal levels? I expect price to reject at either the 61.8 or the 78.6 level. These are my reversal levels. Okay, these are levels that we expect price to get to and end this sell retracement. So 61.8, we'll put as a PRA. PRA means a potential reversal area. Here, 78.6. We'll now put as a PRA. Remember that this is what? A Fibonacci retracement tool. I also have a full course on how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool correctly, so that you can be able to use it to sharpen your technical edge in the Forex market. Link is in the description below. Okay, remember that what? This Fibonacci retracement tool, it allows us to know where a retracement might be ending, right? And what? And it allows us to know that retracements end at the 61.8 or the 78.6. Okay, so we have been able to highlight these two levels, 78, 61.8 78.6. These are the two levels that reject prices. So we are going to allow prices to decide which of these levels it wants to reject. Okay, price gets to 61.8 and it gives us a break-off structure at a discount. We are going to buy. Okay, it could be, a very lucrative trade, and we could be able to get a very good risk to reward. We'll either have our stop loss below the low, we'll buy at the 61.8 where prices will give a discount, and we'll buy to the high. We'll get a 1 to 4 risk to reward. Okay, so that is a possible, trade on that. And if prices wants to stretch down, if the 61 point is not strong enough to reject prices, wants to stretch down to 78.6, give the break of structure, give the discount, and push to the top, we could be able to also get a very lucrative risk to reward for prices. Okay, let's say at the max here, we could even stretch to as much as 1 to 5. So either ways, we are going to make money. Okay, that's something about this our trading system, right? We are going to make money. Either ways, we've identified our reversal levels, we've identified we've identified every single thing. We'll just wait for what? A break of structure, a discount, and we would now buy very beautifully in the direction of trend. So this is how we are able to make money consistently with this very, very beautiful trading strategy that has allowed us to stay ahead in the Forex market. To learn more, link is in the description below, and I'm going to see you all in the mentorship program. Have a great one, guys.